Hello everyone and welcome back to my The General Hospital 24 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sonny Corinthos held Valentin Cassadine at gunpoint while a poisoned Carly Spencer was rushed to GH. That's how Monday's instigative occasion went down. At home, Trina Robinson let Kai Taylor in and explained how entering Emma Drake's book touched off her grief over losing Spencer Cassadine. After Trina told Kai about her complicated love with Spencer and how he failed saving her life, she apologized for jilting everything on him. Still, Kai wanted to know all of Trina and gave her a kiss along with a gift bag. Once Kai left, Trina opened her last birthday present and smiled since it was a framed print of her with Kai following their recent art design together. At the Quartermaine manse, Tracy Quartermaine easily had a plot in the workshop, so Brooke Lynn Quartermaine was suspicious of what her grandmother was over to. Brooke Lynn, Harrison Chase, and Giovanni Gio Palmieri all wound up talking about how Tracy had her family's stylish interests at heart while Drew Quartermaine was being vengeful. Latterly, Brooke Lynn told Chase that Gloria Cerullo had known about her gestation all this time, so she felt she should have been told about that. Chase also learned Lulu Spencer set up out about the baby after Lois Cerullo revealed to Martin Gray. That left Chase curious over Lois' motives and whether she might be trying to detect Brooke Lynn's child. Since Brooke Lynn didn't want to keep secrets that could damage their relationship, she decided to tell Chase the whole verity and admitted Dante Falconeri was the father of the baby she gave up. At Laura Collins' place, Martin was visiting with her when Anna Devane showed up with a marshal who had to leave for his arrest. Martin learned he'd be extradited to California over alimony issues regarding one of High's ex-wives. Tracy ultimately showed up and took credit for setting Martin's current dilemma in stir. Despite Martin's attempt to bargain with Tracy, she called for the marshal to arrest him. In Jack Brennan's suite, Carly guzzled a glass of champagne before Brennan got out of the shower. Brennan was about to join Carly in drinking one when he realized the bottle's marker had been tampered with. After Brennan smacked Carly's glass out of her hand, she began feeling ill. Once Carly collapsed, Brennan called for help and told GH to prepare for a poisoning victim who'd need her stomach pumped. Outside Brennan's suite, Valentin awaited and heated. After hearing Brennan crying out Carly's name, Valentin eventually took off. At Sonny's house, Jason Morgan gave him updates on the Buenos Aires trip and everything that happened with Valentin. Talk turned to the extension explosion, so Sonny formally again suspected that Jen Sidwell might be behind it before considering other options. Since the inflammatory device was generally used in the intelligence community, Sonny considered the possibility that someone from within that community wanted to take him out. Brennan was a name Sonny bandied, but he figured Brennan would have put Carly's children at threat. After Sonny pushed Sonny to speak with Anna Devane and look after Sasha Gilmore, Corbin Jason headed back to the Quartermaine manse. That's where Sasha approached Jason and claimed they demanded to talk about the baby. At the sanitarium, Brennan had an agent guard Carly's room and got the lab to work on relating the bane Carly ingested. Willow Corinthos allowed. Sonny should be brought in the circle, but Brennan shut that idea down and called this a matter of public security. No bone. Unauthorized was to go in or out of Carly's room. Isaiah Gannon was happy about Brennan barking orders, but he ultimately turned his attention to treating Carly, though they demanded to know exactly what she ingested to truly help her. Back with Brennan, he gave Anna the news on Carly's fire and got a phone call that verified Carly was poisoned with polonium. At Sonny's house again, Valentin broke in his former home to score some passports and whatever differently he stockpiled there. Once Sonny popped up hard, he pulled a gun on Valentin and asked if he forgot commodity. Drew Quartermaine is now known throughout PC as Congressman Cutthroat due to an unflattering composition published in The Invader. He has a slated press conference which spoilers allude could turn into a horror show. How will his boo Willow Corinthos feel about Drew if effects start to go south? Curtis Ashford is no friend of Drew's and he was behind the composition. Drew now needs to try and recapture his spit polish image and imagines going before the cameras will be a positive distraction. This involves his design with the sanitarium centering on a pediatric sports action. He thinks that if he drones on about this sense good design, the drift will turn. Still, each day Drew is digging a deeper hole for himself. He blackmailed co-chief of staff Portia Robinson into joining him for the press conference, and he claimed that Jordan Ashford appear as a rep from the mayor's office. Still, you can put camo on a gourmandizer, but it's still a. During the week of March 17, 21, Nina Reeves makes an offer to Willow, but latterly doubts herself. Does it have anything to do with Carly Spencer telling her that they need to turn Willow against Drew ASAP? The concern is that Willow is ready to move in with Drew, along with her kiddies, the women's grandkids. This is the last thing they want. Will Nina plant some shocking substantiation and blunder it to the media just before Drew's press conference? Surely, perhaps. We anticipate Drew to glide through the questions about the pediatric sports program and suppose that all is now good. But it could be that Drew is asked some tough questions and is unrehearsed for this grilling. Dare we say it, there might be a leak about Drew being with Willow and her mama. Still, Nina may confirm the fling and have to deal with Willow's wrathfulness, if so. Because Drew expects the presser to cleanse his image, we prognosticate the exact contrary will be. Brooke Lynn Chase's heart's broken and fears she's broken trust, Brad Cooper makes critical calls for help, and Jocelyn Jacks has a cruel reality check. Following Brooke Lynn's disclosure to Harrison Chase that Dante Falconeri is the father of her baby, Chase seems unfit to reuse the information. Brooke Lynn feels a deep sense of guilt as he reacts with a frustrated, "This changes everything." Her heart visibly pangs at the study of having broken his trust. This disclosure places Chase in a tricky spot, especially since Dante is his mate at the PCPD. Can they find a way to attune? Brooke Lynn is easily anxious that this might mark the end of their relationship. Meanwhile, Chase is brazened with a significant dilemma. At this moment, Dante is with Lulu Spencer, and it seems like one of those times when she just needs to ask. Lulu is questioning whether her passions make her a selfish haul. She should be feeling joyous now that Charlotte Cassadine is back, as her family is nearly whole. However, Dante is still missing. With Charlotte and Rocco Falconeri settled in, all that's demanded is for Dante to take the coming step, but she's set to give it some time. In the meantime, Brad Cooper is anxiously on the phone, in dire need of backing. It seems that everyone is still in Miami for the conference, unless they've all arrived in Port Charles. Still, it doesn't look like Brad is back at GH, he appears to be in a motel room rather. He's surely in a fear, as the person he's trying to reach isn't rushing to help him. Is he trying to communicate Lucas Jones for support? Indeed, though Lucas is, well, else enthralled? It seems his phone might be out, or maybe he's just sleeping too soundly to hear it. After a wild night of drinking at the bar, Lucas awakens in a hostel room that isn't his own. As he struggles to piece together the events of the former night, Marco walks by and playfully asks, "How are you feeling, sleepyhead?" Lucas is filled with embarrassment as he realizes he spent the night with a man he slightly knows. Ultimately, it'll come to light that Marco is the son of Natalia Ramirez and Jens Sidwell, and he serves as an attorney at Sidwell's company. At the sanitarium, Jack Brennan and Anna Devane are filled with concern, Brad obviously not the only one in critical need of help. Carly Spencer is anxiously awaiting a cure for the polonium poisoning she entered from the champagne at Jack's Metro Court suite. Anna shares her stopgap with Brennan that the cure arrives in time, given Carly's critical state. Luckily, a cure supposedly has been created since the time when Jerry Jacks and Luke Spencer suffered from polonium poisoning. This was an event that Anna probably remembers only all too well.